believe Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast. We're definitely excited today. Got a good win today, and I'm here with the guys. today. My guy Rad, aka All Purpose Rad. How you doing, brother?
I'm feeling good, bro. Top of the division. I know it's more to be done, right? What Kobe says, it's more to be done. His job ain't done yet. So I'm not too excited. I ain't about to make no victory parade or nothing like that. But I mean, we handle our business, man. So okay, ready to pile. Let's get it.
Absolutely, we did what we had to do. And you see him, Matt. We just had a good conversation. Not gonna let the spill the beans there, but shout out to our guy Matt. Matt, what's up, man?
Much, man. I was actually gonna say the same thing as Rad, but I'll use the Marcus Peters form. I think we not done.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Shout out Pete.
Definitely shout out Pete. For sure, we got some things that we gotta do. But listen, we just want to have a quick recap show, man. Definitely on a high note, right? Definitely on a high note. But before we do that, Matt, can you please let the people know who is our presenting sponsor?
Yes, sir. This show and every other show is brought to you by none other than Buffalo Wing Kings. There's two things the guys here over at the Overdue Bills pod know. That's Bills football and that's wings. Our first choice and the best choice is Buffalo Wing Kings. At Wing Kings, it's Wings 101. With over 101 different flavors and their beloved Wing of the Month special, Wing Kings is sure to school every other wing place around. Hit them up for Bills games, parties, whatever New Year's they're gonna be going crazy. They're gonna be open. Make sure you go get some wings for whatever you got going on from our guys at Wing Kings. Stop down and see them at 484 Elmwood Avenue, or give them a call at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say and we know they got the best wings in town, hands down. And make sure when you go in there, you mention the Overdue Bills podcast and get 10% off your order.
Absolutely. Shout out to Buffalo Wing Kings. You know the vibes. All right, let's do this. A little bit of housekeeping real quickly. Shout out overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com. That is the website. We definitely want everybody to go there for all your content needs, for all your merch needs. You see the merch. Listen, we've been telling you week after week, get the merch now before we get to the playoffs, right? Because it's going to get crazy, right? It's going to get crazy when we get to the playoffs. So please get your merch now. And you see all the different colors, different flavors, hats, overduebillspod.com. You can go to the Instagram. You can go to the Facebook, Overdue Bills. And, we got the store sets up everywhere. Listen, we taking care of everybody everywhere. So please do that. Let me say this also to the people. Definitely, you've been rocking with us all season. We got 2 games left in the regular season. And we appreciate all of you, for being on the show, every week. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the reason why we do it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, with that being said, quick question of the day. And I had to piggyback on what I did last week. Because I asked the question, right? I said, is Sean McDermott a bad coach? And that was the Gabe Davis edition, right? That was the Gabe Davis edition. Gabe Davis balled out. But I got to bring it back up. Is Sean McDermott a bad coach? And this is the Isaiah Mckenzie edition, right? It just seems like, for some reason, the talent on the team only plays towards the end of the season. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's like Gabe Davis wasn't playing. Isaiah McKenzie wasn't playing. For some reason, when I watched Isaiah McKenzie yesterday, it seemed like he was the best player we had on our team, right? He was elusive. He caught balls.
Especially fastest.
It was amazing. And it's like, everybody's thinking it takes a Cole Beasley not playing and Gabe Davis not playing in order for us to get one of our premier athletes into the game. Like, what is wrong with that? Is that a Sean McDermott issue or is that a Brian Dable issue? Matt, I'm going to go to you first.
You know what? I mean, I don't think it's an either of them issue. I just think maybe, with what they were running, beginning of the season, that person, it's tough to sit a Cole Beasley after an all-pro season. It's tough to give more reps over a guy like Gabe Davis who produces every time he gets him on the field. And it's tough to take snaps away from a veteran that you brought in Emmanuel Sanders. But I will say this, like Isaiah McKenzie, he took the benching in stride. And obviously, like you said yesterday, besides Josh Allen, he was the best player on the field. Let me backtrack. He's not the best player on the field because Diggs was there too, but he's probably one of the best top 3 players on the field yesterday. So I don't think it's either one of those guys' problem. It's just it's a dogfight to get playing time in that receiver group, and it's a next man up. Show up when you get your opportunity. He definitely showed up.
So let me ask you this, Rat. The game that we saw from Isaiah McKenzie, was that game better than any other game that Cole Beasley had this season?
I mean,
it was up there. I think Beasley had a dominant game. He had like 10 catches, something like that, over 100 yards. I'm thinking like in the first 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I can recall that. But I mean,
Houston or Washington.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I think it's an Isaiah McKenzie issue. I think he didn't win the job. He was a return guy. He got benched, right? And it's like, if coming into the season, we started 4-1, and the wide receiver core was definitely not up for question. And Emmanuel Sanders was balling. Beasley wasn't doing it as good at the time, but Emmanuel Sanders was balling. Stephon Diggs was doing things. Dawson Knox was coming into form. So it wasn't like we never thought we needed more help. I think understanding that we got that when boys go down, we got an Isaiah McKenzie, we got a Gabe Davis when he was healthy. I think that just shows our depth. I think, and it goes to how New England play does a lot of man-to-man. He just speed, a lot of deep crosses, and he just used his speed and he caught the ball. I don't think he had the best hands. I think he had a good day. His hands, had been questionable in the past. That's why I don't think he'd been on the field as much. And I'm happy that he came up in his role. He played high in his role. He's a role player. He played high in his role, and he had a great game, and I'm happy for it. But I think it's definitely Isaiah McKenzie issue.
And I understand that, but my issue is that I know we started off hot 4-1, but we went through a low. Like, we were terrible. Let's just call it spade a spade. We lost to the Jaguars, y'all. And my only issue is, even in that, why was there no adjustment to a Gabe Davis and to an Isaiah McKenzie? Because we knew there was a lack of talent on the field. We weren't making things happen. We were not scoring. That's a fact. We could not score the ball for at least 6 games in a row, y'all. Let's keep it a stacked bundle, right? Yeah. So my thing is, if we got those players on the sideline, I'm not sure what they was doing in practice, but when Gabe Davis came on the field, good things happened. Isaiah McKenzie, people can say whatever they want to say. He was an integral part. We needed him yesterday in order to win that game. So my question is this a situation where our coaches are not making the necessary adjustments?
I would say they're making them, but it's just like a little too late. But don't forget, I mean, I think I said it yesterday in the group chat that I want Isaiah back there returning kicks still. Like it was like Andre Roberts who for like the first 8 games until he fumbled in the Indy game, he was averaging like 22 yards a return. And it was, and he broke that one that got called back in the which game, the game that we lost. So it's like he was
Titans.
He was a great returner, and that's I don't know if they were just like, all right, we're gonna keep you in this role, and you're doing so good in this role, and then as far as like production, the receiver core, we were moving the ball, the guys we just weren't scoring like you said. So I don't know if they were just kind of weren't getting to, well, they had faith in them to score. We just weren't executing. And then they just made the adjustments a little too late, but now it's working when we needed to. So I'll take it.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. We struck gold, and I'm fine with that.
Yep.
But yesterday, we had a great showing, right? We had a great showing yesterday. A lot of the national pundits have been saying that Sean McDermott got his revenge, on a Bill Belichick, right? That we a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying, at Highmark Stadium, it was an embarrassing loss, right? They only threw the ball 3 times. We know what happened, but
Still Ralph.
But yesterday, we got our mojo back, and we had a great game against the New England Patriots. And we have to go into our give and take segment, right? Because since this was a good game for us, there are some things that we probably want to take from it. And there may be some things that y'all want to leave there. Maybe, I don't know. So I'm going to go to Rad first. Rad, give me some give and take things from yesterday's game.
The things I say, I'll start with what I want to leave, that, how I wanted to bowl to like those on that goal line. That red zone has been iffy for us. We should have put up 50 points. We left a 50 burger out there. I think, them red zones, we didn't get it in sometimes, that when we got to the goal line, those 3 straight passes was kind of weird. It was like, bro, just hand the ball. What was we doing right now? It was a little weird. It was like, hand the ball off like at least once. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I agree. Let me push back real quick just for a second. I do agree. We definitely should have ran the ball maybe one time, but if you look at what we did the entire game, that just wasn't what we were doing. So I mean, like, I'm not gonna fault him necessarily. I do agree that we probably should have, but
I hear you. But it was just too much happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was.
I felt like it was too much happening.
The plays were terrible.
And it's like on some point, on some level in the game, you want to just be able to smash it in their face, score a touchdown, and be like, we the big brother. And I mean, like on some it's all day, because that's what they're gonna try to do. So I think that's me, I guess, nitpicking, but I think that drive, that goal line stand, could have shifted shifted some. If we got to get those touchdowns, I think we should have put up 50 points this game. I think we left two or three touchdowns out there. Things I want to take with us. It's Josh. Josh playing last week. I said Josh got to come in and have MVP type game, right? He got to be on his A game. I think this is A game. He ran the ball. He did what he had to do. In the beginning, he wasn't making no mistakes. He was just doing the plays that was there. And then at the end of the game, he just made plays, right? On the quarterback sneak, the fake. I think he pulled that out of his the running back hand. He did on his own. Things like that, making quarterback great, making great decisions, and just being better. I think the difference in that game is that we got the better quarterback. They had a rookie, and we had a guy we got one of those guys. We got a handful of guys in the NFL where they can tip, a lot of average teams. If you got a guy like Josh Allen on your team, that push you above average. And I think we got one of those guys. So Josh Allen just being continually getting better. I want to take that. And I think we definitely going to have a shot in these playoffs, man.
Let me say this. That's why I admittedly disagree with Rad when Rad said that Josh Allen is not the runner of a Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray.
He's not.
He is. He actually might be better,
He's not.
in my opinion. But that's just me.
I'm talking about design runs. The design runs thing. He's not Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray.
I think he is. I think he is. But
I don't think so. I think he's better when the sun break down and he can just run. And he gonna run for 40 yards when things break down. And I think that's because he's faster than linebackers. He's faster than linebackers, stuff like that. Design runs
where he got goose. He got goose with it. What do you mean? I mean, what more can you do?
I'm not saying we shouldn't run the design runs. I'm saying like that's not his best forte. I think when he get loose, when the play break down, that's the better running for him. He's not. Yeah. I don't think we should run him like Lamar Jackson. He's just not.
I think we should run him like Lamar Jackson. I think we're
no, not at all.
But
he's not. I don't think. No, he's not.
But Matt, give me some give and take thing. Matt drinking, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen it. Matt getting crazy over there. Matt getting crazy.
Still telling I put on a nice day. It's my Friday. I'm working. I work a little rotating shift.
Okay. Still in tailgate mode.
This is happy hour for me. But no, it's there's a lot of stuff that I want to leave in New England, except for like Raz said, we should have blew them out. We had a lot of drops. The Emmanuel Sanders drop in the end zone, the Kumaro pass. It was a tougher play.
That would have been
Gabe. That would have been Gabe. He would have caught that.
100%. So the drops, even like early on, Diggs had a drop. Mckenzie had a drop made up. They made it up right away. But just leave those there. Things I want to take with us. You know, I like aggressive McDermott, man. Like he took a page out of Harbaugh's book in the game yesterday. You know, we're going for it more. I like that. You know, you give that confidence to your offense and Josh, and you know, hey, we need you to go get this. Our season's on the line. Take care of business. He put that confidence in those guys, and they got it done.
We was playing well enough for it. I felt that we was playing enough well for. We had to go for those fourth downs. I think also the offense is rolling. Also, you know, we gotta give credit to this unit, the offensive line, man. I mean, they held it down yesterday. Our Pro Bowler D Doc on some of them run plays, he was mauling people. Yeah, I know. I guess he needed that Pro Bowl nod to kind of like justify. Like, I am good. I'm good. Yeah, for real. And like the first touchdown, like he like Matt Judon didn't get anything.
Yo,
like, Josh has so much time back there, so much time to go to make that first touchdown pass to Mckenzie. So that's what I want to take with us too.
Matt Judon is trash. Like, I'm just saying, I don't know what does he do that's good? Because he didn't do anything yesterday.
Well, he was like leading the league in sacks for a little bit. He was definitely balling out. He was making crazy plays, but he was playing a little chippy, a little dirty yesterday.
He definitely was
game.
chippy.
I know the Josh Allen thing, and then the Devin Singletary thing just wasn't right. I thought that. I don't think any of the offensive linemen seen him do that, or else it would have probably been a little chippier early with that. But the offensive line was good. It was a good unit overall to me yesterday. That definitely much improved. We need that going forward, because if you give Josh Allen time with our receiver core, we're just going to be able to do whatever we want on offense.
I'll say this. What I want to leave there is the two plays that Jerry Hughes and Matt Milano did. And the reason being is because that will cost us a game. Like that, like the going out of bounds. No, Jerry Hughes, when it was going out of bounds, Jerry Hughes touched it.
They called it back. They took that back.
No, I know they took it back.
They took that back.
Matt Milano, when Matt Jones was sliding, when he was sliding, he gave up himself. Matt Milano kind of like put his hands on him. They didn't call that either. But 9 times out of 10, the refs will call that. Another referee crew will call that automatically. It's an automatic call. And I think that those are things that can hurt us in the long run, right? We just need to get it out of here. The fact that Jerry Hughes is still playing is beyond me. He's garbage. He doesn't need to be in the field. I think he just needed to get some action at that point. But like he doesn't need to really be on the field. Maybe just to spell. But just like those things we got to get rid of. Matt Milano, just be smarter, because those are drive killers, man.
The whole even the Obata roughing the passer, like he didn't have to do that early.
We don't need that. We gotta stop, because the thing is, our defense is fragile as it is, meaning that like we're still a good defense, but like those plays will kill us. It will stop momentum, and we just need to move on, right? We just need to move on from it. But what I want to take from the game is I like Motor, Devin Singletary, right? I think that it's important for us to use him the way we've been using him. He's a spurt back. He needs 15
touches a game, at least.
Okay, that's fine, but he's a spurt back. He doesn't need heavy doses, right? He doesn't need the ball in bunches. He just needs the ball spread out throughout an entire game, right? We need to use him in certain, like you know how they say, throw the ball on first down? You know what I mean? That's a big thing in NFL. Like, you want to throw the ball on first down. You know what I'm saying? That's the big analytic thing. I think that it's important for us to do that, but also maybe a 2nd and 8 to kind of let him in there. Give him some things to the outside. I think that he's proving himself, right? Even in the red zone when he scored, it was a tough run. You know what I'm saying? He did not fumble the ball. He's reliable, and I like reliability, right? He's a reliable back. He's not good. He's not a world beater, but he is a reliable back, especially catching out of the backfield. He wasn't that always. You know what I'm saying?
He was catching bullets. Even that first down he had, it was a 4-yard run, and he dragged the dude 6 more yards. Like he's definitely proven that he should be getting the ball. I agree 100%.
And that's what we need to see. See. All right.
And I'm gonna piggyback on some of the comments here. I don't know what Josh got them boys for Christmas, but it definitely had to be something with that new fat paycheck. For sure, that line was out there balling.
PS5,
something.
Shout out. I
don't know. Some rollies.
Shout out to Josh Allen. The line is definitely playing better. I think somebody just had an Achilles injury. Was it Ike Buckner? Who was it?
Yeah, Ike Bacher, because McDermott was saying that Dawkins was on a kind of an emergency status yesterday, and then Ike Bacher, the Achilles thing, kind of elevated his snaps. Obviously, he played the whole game, but
he just got an Achilles injury though.
Yep, yeah, he's probably done. Or he is done, not probably, but
so the biggest thing is health, right? I mean, obviously we know Trey White is out, but like our health has been a thing. And I want to leave this too. We're gonna move on to our premium player segment. I want to leave this too. I don't know if it's a conditioning thing or an injury thing, but this, and I said this a couple weeks before, and shout out to Stephon Diggs. We're probably gonna talk about him in our next segment. But this idea of coming off the field is not for me. I don't know about. I'm gonna ask everybody in the comments. I'm gonna just throw this out here.
Yeah, you're on the island with this one.
If you pay somebody $72 million, why are they coming off the field? I'm going to just ask you, if you're in the comments, can you get paid $72 million and be tired? Is that actually a thing? When does that ever happen?
I will say though, would you rather, also I could ask people in the comments, would you rather take a 50% Stephon Diggs or a well-rested, maybe Isaiah McKenzie or Gabe Davis for a snap coming off the bench going 100%? You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying.
Starter. Isaiah McKenzie should be starting.
But they're not. Though.
They wasn't.
Saying, in a normal depth chart, they're not. Like you got Emmanuel Sanders.
We didn't have a normal depth chart.
What do you want? You want him to take plays off?
You want him to take plays off, or you want? Yeah.
No, I don't.
That's what you got. That's what you're gonna get. He's gonna be 50% running routes. Let him take a play to catch a breather. You know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling.
I'm cool on that. But that's fine. That's fine. Listen, let's get to our premium player segment. And before we do that, Rat, please let the people know who sponsors this segment.
This segment is brought to you by 716 Premium. 716 Premium is a niche lifestyle store conveniently located in the downtown area. They aim to promote health and wealth by providing many non-tobacco, luxury smoking accessories, clothing, and even a large selection of premium products in their premium service. They're open every day from 10 to 10, and they deliver. Shop premium. Also hit them up on their website, 716premium.com. Once again, that's 716premium.com.
All right, Matt, give me your premium player for yesterday.
Man, so, it's going to be an easy one. Obviously, Isaiah McKenzie, man, he stepped up. He was our leading receiver. He's, scored a touchdown early, got us started, hit the bachata on him real quick. He set the tone for the receiver core and kind of made all those guys elevate. So definitely Isaiah McKenzie.
Shout out Mills. Mills said Isaiah McKenzie. If you got a premium player, somebody you want to highlight from yesterday's game, please put those in the comments right now. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Please like and share. You know what I mean? Let the people know we out here. But Rad, who is your premium player from yesterday?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Obviously, again, I might gotta go. I think it's like second or third time giving to this Josh Allen. If he playing on this level, he a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the league, and that's gonna give us a chance to win every game we play. You know what I mean? It's that simple moving forward. He gonna be the better quarterback in a lot of games. I think the difference in this game is that we had the better quarterback. You know what I mean? I think Josh Allen is a dog. He's one of those elite guys, and when you see that we got one of those, you see the difference with not having one of those, and that's the Patriots. They don't got one of those guys. We do. We gonna win more games. I think we the better team. So Josh Allen definitely premium player.
I can take a personal privilege. I'm gonna name a few people, y'all. So bear with me. I definitely got to give a nod. Shout out to Zach in the comments. To our 2 safeties, Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. They were snubbed. Snub. And
Teron Johnson. I think Teron was snubbed too. I like Teron.
But definitely our all-pro safeties was snubbed from the Pro Bowl. It's fine though. They had an excellent game. They've been playing great all season, leading the defense, doing what they need to do. So shout out to them. They played a good game. And also, I'm gonna do this too. I gotta say something about Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders is cooked, y'all. He's cooked. That drop. Yeah, but it's been the bad drop, the pass interference. Like Emmanuel Sanders has been cooked for a couple weeks now.
I would throw him some bail. People were a little surprised that he even played. They would thought when he was hurt it was gonna be maybe a couple more weeks, but well, and people being down, I think he sucked it up and tried to go out there. Maybe he wasn't 100%. Maybe, hey, if you out there, you got to pay 100%. I'm trying to give him a little bail. He did drop bastards. He didn't have his best showing. But he was, I don't think he was 100%. I'll give him that bail.
Okay. That's fine. But I just had to say that he's cooked. Shout out to the offensive line. We said that they definitely need honorable mention. They played amazing. And also, I got to shout out Stephon Diggs, man. I think Stephon Diggs' charisma and his vibrato, it just
confidence.
Him and Josh Allen, that just like Josh doing this and Diggs is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because with Diggs, it's like even on a play where he got that first down, it was like, what are you doing? Why are you going back? Like, it's like, why are you going backwards? Ah! And then it's like, dang, that nigga Diggs is nice, bruh. Like, he is nice. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you starting to see that, obviously they're not what Aaron Rodgers and the Devontae Adams is yet. But you can see the potential. You be like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's
you want that. That's like once you see that they're getting that chemistry, and once we get there, it's gonna be on that. Hopefully, it's gonna be on that level, and I think it will be. You know what I mean? Where it's just like they see the field the same.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna piggyback on the secondary guys. Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. If they felt themselves they got snubbed, they put everybody, all the media people on notice. They're the only two safety tandems with 5 picks each, and they're the best safety duo in the league, hands down. And they should be all pros when it's all said and done in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
And that's more important for fire money and stuff, I think, too. Right?
Yeah,
but contracts
100%.
and stuff. All pros.
Yeah,
without a doubt. And let me say this too, though, man. Because I wanted to say, I meant to say this, about giving and taking. Josh Allen, I believe, threw the ball 49 times.
47
times.
47.
Okay,
Yeah.
threw the ball 47 times, and I think he had 10 rushes. Yeah. I think that
12
rushes. That's what it was. It was 47 times, 12 rushes. Like, just if you even combining those things, like Josh Allen literally, like what Brian Daboll said was, listen, young man, here's the ball. You do what you need to do to get us to the promised land. That's what he did. And I think what we got to understand is this, y'all. When you pay somebody $250 million, your objective is to run this man into the dirt. Your objective is not to do it. Yes, it is. Or
at least put him in a position where he's efficient enough to put the game in such a
running him into the dirt.
Yes. Listen. You do not pay somebody $250 million to play Skittles. You pay him $250 million to give him the ball
make plays.
And
to
you
make
do
plays.
what you need to do.
He made plays. He made plays all game.
And he did time and time again.
And that's my point. And that's why going forward on 4th down is not as bad as people say, is because I'm giving somebody who I'm paying $250 million for opportunities to get a first down. If you can't get a first down in 4 tries with $250 million, then you shouldn't be playing football. It's just that simple.
And guess what? We didn't punt the ball not one time.
Shout out to us.
And I saw that was the first time a Bill Belichick defense did not have a punt on them. Did not force a punt in his whole career. So shout out to the Bowl, shout out to Josh, shout out to the Bills. We left some points out there. We had that's why I keep saying we had a 50 burger out there for me. But we still played good. We didn't punt the ball not one time. So
they could have let Reed Ferguson and or not Reed Ferguson. They could have let Matt Houck stay home for the weekend or something and added some more depth. No, he did add the hole for field goal. So never mind. I take that back.
Shout out to Sean McDermott, man. That was a great coaching job. He was on a hot seat. He was on a hot seat, but he did a good job.
Yeah, he took that Bill out coach me personal, and it showed a lot yesterday for sure.
All right, man. So shout out to everybody in the comments, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Oh, let me ask this. Let me ask this real quickly, Matt. I know I didn't prep everybody on this, but give me a standout play. We had a lot of great plays yesterday, right? A lot of high moments. Is it one play that kind of was like, okay, this play got me?
I know I said it in the group chat. The throw to Stephon Diggs on 3rd down. There was like 3rd and 10, I think, and he just threw a bullet to Stephon Diggs in between 2 dudes, just like it was a regular, like it was. You could see like the Rodgers-esque type of throw right there. It was money, and I'm like, that was one of his best throws I've ever seen him play or ever seen him do, and that was it for me for sure.
Yeah, I got to go with that 4th and 1, because he put, I think it was a design run. He put it off. he took it out the running back's stomach, and he made a play because Diggs didn't even block on that play because J.C. Jackson had an angle on Josh, and Josh made a miss. You know, he made a miss, and he got that fell forward and got that first down. So that kept the drive going. We ended up scoring on that drive. So that 4-for-1.
For me, I think it was a motor touchdown, and the reason for me was it was just a hard run, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pause. But like it was multiple defenders around him. He had to put his shoulder down. It was somebody right in between him and you know what I mean, the end zone. And he got the touchdown. And I think it was so important for us because it let us know that we don't have to throw the ball 3 times in the red zone. Right? I'm not saying we, you know, keep the ball in Josh Allen's hands. I'm with that. And I don't know who said it in the comments, but like those RPOs, we need to keep doing those RPOs. That's the money shot, right? The RPOs is where we make the money. Like people they don't know what's going on. They don't know if Josh is going to run. Diggs is hitting that little curl route. Like it's money. I think Dabo needs to stay with those RPOs. And even though Kumaro
have the option to run. Absolutely. I like that. You're right.
And even though Kumaro did not catch the ball, whatever that play was, we need to keep those in the tuck, man. Like run that again. Like I don't care. Next game, run that again against Atlanta. First play of the game. Bingo. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Let's
now guys back healthy.
Absolutely.
Now I do got a question. Do y'all know? I know Bees and Davis are both unvaccinated. So are they out next week too?
I don't know about Bees, but Gabe definitely is because he was ruled out like Friday. So that 10 days.
He's not vaccinated.
I don't know though because neither of them are. So yep. So they're out, or at least Gabe is out for Atlanta for sure.
Well,
I don't know. The CDC came out with something today that you could be out in 5 as opposed to 10. So we'll see if the NFL adopts that. I doubt it with everybody going.
They might. It's possible.
They might, but that was just for work purposes.
The NBA did. The NBA did.
Yeah, that was
the NBA switched it. The NBA switched it to 6 days.
People was taking 10 days off work getting COVID just to get it. I mean, it was getting out. Shout out to Marion. Shout out to Marion. Shout out to.
No, I mean for everybody who really sick. I mean,
no. We do. That is very insensitive. We apologize for everybody. COVID is a real thing.
Yeah, who really sick? Yes.
So prayers to everybody involved. Shout out to y'all. But listen, let's get to this, y'all, because we had a good game yesterday, and we got back to where we needed to be, right? We're at the top of the division, but there's some things we got to talk about, right? There's not now our destiny is kind of changing, right? And we had some expectations going into the season, but our reality may be something different. And y'all know what it is. This is our expectation versus reality segment. But before we get into this talk, we need to let the people know who's sponsoring this segment. Matt.
Yes, sir. This segment is brought to you by the good people at Buffalo Pet Supply. Do you have a pet? Are you looking to get a pet or know someone who has a pet? There's only one place to send them to make that pet live its best life. Buffalo Pet Supply. Specializing in fish, small animals, and reptiles, Buffalo Pet Supply can get you set up or maintain whatever setup you may have for your pet. Stop down and see the family-owned and operated staff over at 1345 Military Road in Kenmore, New York, or give them a call at 874-1951. And, make sure you shout out the Overdue Bills podcast, get 10% off your order. You see that visual right there. Follow them on IG and on Facebook. I'm told they're going to have some end of the year sales or beginning of the year sales rolling heavy this week. So definitely if you have pets or you're looking to get pets, be on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Please definitely shout out Buffalo Pet Supply. But obviously expectation, win the Super Bowl, and we're still on that track, right? We're still on that track. But here's our reality, everybody. Here's our reality. We're on top of the division. And what I wanted to ask, the question I wanted to ask, right, is I believe at number 4 we play the 5th seed. Is that correct? As it stands right now.
Yeah.
And we will play the Indianapolis Colts. So I'm gonna go to Matt first. Matt, how do you feel about that?
Man, I mean, it's, you know what, I like to see teams again because I think that we could be able to make the adjustment. But obviously, we're going to be playing against probably the MVP or the Offensive Player of the Year in Jonathan Taylor. And historically through the season, we've not been great against the run. So we'd have to talk about, you know, strategies later on, but they're probably the team. The one of the two teams I don't want to see first is the Kansas City Chiefs right now and Indianapolis, because they're also the hottest teams in football.
Right. I think even looking at it right now, I do think Carson Wentz is one of the worst quarterbacks in football. I will say that. Like, he's garbage, like legit garbage. He's turnover prone. Like, we didn't have to turn over the ball because they just ran it down our throats. But anyways,
that's the problem.
But what I wanted to ask you, Rad, is that how do you feel about these next two games we have coming up? Are these situations where you think that we're going to kind of pounce on these teams, right? It's nothing to worry about. Or is this Atlanta game something that we may need to really like kind of focus on?
I think so. I think if you look at our track record of our season, we can't afford to take any game easily. I mean, I think they know that. I think they know that every game we got to come in with an A game. Nobody just gonna lay down and give us the Jacksonville prime example. Nobody gonna lay down and just give us a win. So I think taking Atlanta serious. Matt Ryan, savvy guy. Kyle Pitts. You know, they can't run the ball. I mean, Patterson has been, you know, a swift Ari Mike. Him and, you know, he been used like Debo. Him and Debo have been used similar. So if we shut down that, I think we should be straight. But I think they definitely a formidable team. Well, Patterson is a formidable. He been, you know, great in fantasy all year. He just been something you have to deal with, you know, day in, day out. Kyle Pitts been coming on. I think you definitely got to take him serious. You know, Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan. He's, you know, over the hill probably, but, you know, he still can get it done. Savvy vet. I think we definitely got to take this game serious. And let's win this division. Let's close this division. Let's win this division. Let's finish strong. Let's finish maybe top, you know, the 4 or 3, maybe 3. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if we finish out because the Bengals got, I think, Chiefs next. They got a tougher schedule than we do, so we probably projecting to finish 3rd or something like that. So we'll see.
The only issue is I think the Chiefs can lose a game and still keep the number 1 seed. So no matter, like, it doesn't.
I think number 1 seed aspirations
they're
are
locked
out
up
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Bengals. The Bengals are 3rd right now, but they play the Chiefs.
The Chiefs can lose to the Bengals and still win the next game and still have. That's what I'm saying. Like, in theory, the Chiefs may not. They don't necessarily need the game. That's my point. So it may not be as hard of a schedule as we think it is. My point is, like, are we? Let me ask you this, Matt, and everybody in the comments, you can answer. Is this a situation where? Do we want to be savvy and kind of look at seeding, or do we just want to win out and it is what it is?
Nah, I mean, you got to win out because then you're going to get to a point where, you know, then you're playing the what if game, and I don't want to be there. Also, I want to have a home playoff game, regardless or not whether or not we think we have a home field advantage in the snow or not, or in the cold. I want to play at home in the playoffs. It means it's a big deal. I think to us, and I think the players too. You want to have that AFC East banner at the end of the year. You want to, you know, I think of it like baseball. Like when them boys clinch a division, you get the T-shirts and the champagne in the locker room. All that. That's a big deal for every player. So I think they're going to come in. They're laser focused after that Tampa game. They know what they got to do. I think they're not going to try to finesse anything. And if they do, I think it'll be foolish.
Yeah, I think I'm in the mind of you can control what you control, and that's winning. You try to win a game, and it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. You know what I mean? One of these teams, we're gonna play one of these teams. If we win, we're gonna play somebody eventually anyway. So, just control what you control. Try to get that home playoff game, and win games, man.
And also with that said, I'm confident going in playing any team in the playoffs. You know what I mean? As long as we execute and play, we've shown we can beat every team, or we you know, going into every game, we feel like we're the better team, or at least I do on paper or whatever. I think
we're being a homer, right?
Well, no, it's even if I wasn't a Bills fan, if you just look at it, I think that they have the better team overall. We got
the better quarterback in a lot of matchups,
in a lot of scenarios, and the defense too plays a huge role.
That's a fact.
You know. I know I said it, you know, if we hold a team under 21 points, we're going to win majority of games. When they score 21, I know. Right on the money.
Yeah, I was this close.
Mills at 31, right?
I was this close from texting like, Matt, what's up with this 21 thing? But shout out to the Bills. But Matt, speaking on the score, Matt, please let the people know who won the contest and let the people know what the contest is.
Yeah, so we actually had 2 contests. Sorry, we had a surprise contest Sunday. We weren't sure if we were going to do it to end the new year or just kind of make it a Christmas thing, but we did give away we did a score prediction obviously, that we do every week. My guy Josh Rack, he was closest to the yardage. We didn't have another person. Yeah, we didn't have anybody get the correct score again, which is all right because we still had a winner. And then our tracksuit that we gave away, or sweatsuit, I should say, was to Nick Arterberry. He had the Devin Singletary's rushing yards right on the money, which I wasn't too happy about because I had him for some gambling purposes. You know, I needed him to get the ball back with some time left so you can rip off another 7-8 yard run. But that's all right. Somebody else won. I'm happy about it. Yeah. But yeah, that was with the contest there. But we're gonna do the same contest again this week for the Atlanta Falcons versus the Bills. You're gonna give your score prediction, the total offensive yardage as a tiebreaker. And then you're going to tag 2 people on the post that we're going to put up tonight. It's going to be open to Instagram and Facebook, only 1 submission per person. And, get in and try to win. We had a lot of submissions. I'm happy to see it every week because we are giving away the gift cards every week.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
We definitely giving away the gift card. Somebody in the comments, Avery Barmore just said, I need a gift card. Listen, get in the contest, man. Y'all know the price of wings is going up. Shout out to Wing Kings, man, our presenting sponsor. Yeah. They've been holding us down throughout this entire season. And listen, y'all need to be on our Facebook and Instagram. Y'all never know when we giving out an impromptu contest, y'all. That was impromptu for the, you know what I mean? The little sweatsuits are fire. Go on to Instagram, look at the pictures. We got it up there. Listen, we got the merch. We got the merch for you. OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. You see the hats. You see all the merch. Please go on there. We got the store set up on our Facebook page, Overdue Bills Podcast, our Instagram page. Listen, Twitter, we everywhere. And Matt, you got something to say?
Yeah, if you have merch, show it off, man. I love when people send us pictures in their merch or whatever, or watching the game in their merch. We post it every time, man. We want to show you guys off. We want to, that's the least we can do for the support you guys give us by getting at the merch. So definitely send that in.
Absolutely. Listen. And we're going to be back this week. We're going to have another episode. Listen, every week we interview somebody else, another media person from the opposite team. So somebody from the Atlanta Falcons, we will have that. So that's when we kind of get into that game, right? We dive in, scheme, you know what I'm saying? Just positional matchups, coaching, things of that nature. That's when we get into that nitty gritty. We get into our bag, you know what I mean, so to speak. But so shout out to all y'all. Please like and share, rate and review, subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Bing. Maybe at the bottom. Nah, yeah, I know how they be doing it. But listen, we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.